In this video, we're going to go over the Got It number 1 in lesson 12.5, distance in the coordinate plane. All right, our objective is we're using the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between 2 points. Who is it? All right, that must be my son. All right, so the Got It number 1 asks, what is the distance between C, which they gave the coordinates is -6, -2, and D, the coordinates are 5, 2. So the first thing we want to do is plot those points. All right, let's plot C first at -6, -2. So we start at the origin, go to the left 6 because it's negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go down 2 because that's the y coordinate. It's a -2, 1, 2. So here is the point, -6. All right, -6, -2. Now we have to plot point D at 5, 2. So we're going to go start at the origin, right? We go to the right 5 because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the x coordinate. The y coordinate is 2, so you go up 2 because it's positive. Here is point D at 5, 2. All right, they want to know the distance between the 2 points. So let's use our straight edge. We're connecting these points. Oops, went a little bit past. That shouldn't be there. Okay. So we're finding the distance between these 2 points. Now again, it would be hard to figure out the distance between these 2 points because you can't really count the grid lines like the boxes. All right, so what we have to do is we have to make a right triangle. Okay, so we'll go straight up here. Straight up. All right, and then straight to the right. We have to make a triangle to connect, make a right triangle to connect those 2 points. All right, now draw your box for the right triangle. And then here we label these 2 sides the legs, right? This side and this side are adjacent to the right angle. And then this side over here is opposite the right angle, so this is your hypotenuse. Okay, so we can label, let's label this leg can be A, this leg can be B, and then obviously C is always your hypotenuse. Okay, and then let's count the units for the legs, these sides of the triangle, because we can, because they line up with the grid lines. So let's count this side of the triangle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 units long. This side of the triangle, the other leg, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units long. All right, so now we have a right triangle where we know the lengths of 2 sides, which means we can use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That should be an equal sign. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, we can plug in A, we know is 4, so it's 4 squared, plus B, we know is 11, and then it equals c squared. We don't know what c is, that's what we're trying to find because that's the distance between c and D. 4 squared is 16, plus 11 squared is 121. Notice after I squared the numbers, I got rid of that little square, and now it equals c squared. Okay, now we have 16 and 121 is 137 when we combine those numbers, and it still equals c squared. So to get c by itself, to undo that square, we take the square root to cancel out. Whatever you do to the one side, you have to do to the other. Let's take our calculator, do the square root of 137. and it equals, we can round to the nearest tenth again, so it's 11.7 equals C. All right, which means the distance between point C and point D is about 11.7 units. Okay, remember the word, we have to include the word about because we rounded. So it's not exact. We rounded to the nearest tenth. All right, so make sure that you have the correct work before you move on. And then watch the example number 2 video and take notes.